Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So I did do a reading before this and things happened and had to start over, but we are going to combine that into here because even as I just shuffled a couple cards, I see a couple of the same cards. And so the message in the first reading, it was talking to someone who they weren't doing the inner work. They were getting very obsessed with divination for knowing answers. And so Spirit just really wanted to let that person know that it's not the cards that is the thing that helps you, or the divination, right? Because in that reading, the person was losing themselves. They were becoming like trapped prisoners. They no longer could go out into the world and make a decision without, ever having to do divination first. And Spirit's like, that's just not the whole purpose of any of this. So we are going to talk about that today. And yeah, sorry. Thank you. And we had one that flew over there. So the first one that came out was, your time is precious. And so it says, the Fairy of Time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. And so in that reading, it was someone, they like I said, they could never make a decision for themselves anymore. And the intentions that they kind of were using things for was more so to spy. It was never about going within. And the whole lesson of that was, you have to do the spiritual work. You can't look at someone and just copy them, because the reason why they have their beliefs or they do it that way is because they had experiences that have built that foundation for them. In the story, the person was avoiding a trauma within them, a feeling, a darkness. And so as it came up, what they never failed to realize, right? Because they were only working on this, only copying people outside of themselves. But the real power is going out into nature and seeing the signs in your everyday life without ever needing any of this. That's the whole power. The purpose, of lighting your sunshine. That's your power. And so this pit or this emotion or darkness that they just didn't like, what they failed to realize is once they went through that and dealt with it and transmuted it, that's where their gift comes from. That's where their superpower is. And once they did that, other people and the spying on situations and things like that is irrelevant. And so this here is saying time is precious. You can go and do all that and divinations and, sit down and pull out cards. But what you really want to do is train yourself to get the messages. I love the cards because I love the art, and I think art is energy. I also love movies and stories, but I love nature and animals. Like whatever it is that you connect to, go out and do that, because that will be, like in that story, they were trying to spiritually bypass something. It was like, if I listen to this frequency or go in this light, I'll just ignore all this. And so it's like, whatever it is that really fills your cup up, that brings you joy, that is the the quickest way. That's the only way. You'll still have to go through it. You'll have to do the inner work. No matter what, you'll have to do the inner work. You cannot be ahead of the ball. The future is not for you to know or control. But as a seer myself, I do see events happening, but it's only because it's things that are given to you that help you on your path so that you can be safe, or those things. Yeah. So in it, we got time. They just tell me controlling time. The whole purpose of this is you can't control time. So the more that you let go and the more you actually start doing the work, that's the only thing that will speed up the acceleration or process. And in it, it says imagine. Now I'm hearing John Lennon's Imagine, but it was like, imagine if all the people actually did the inner work and they went and did their own purpose, that they didn't look at others and get mad because they're doing their thing, because they know what they've got is so important as well. This place, imagine this place with no greed or jealousy, because there is enough for everyone to go do whatever it is that they're meant to do. And no two are the same. That's a cool place. Let's just hold that. That's going to be now the new energy as we let go of that person who was stuck on needing to control and know the future so that I can spy and be ahead of others. We're going to let that energy go. This is not something that it's not high. You can't elevate, and we're elevating. So imagine this happy place. Next card we have is mending. And these girls are, they're looking up because they're like, I heard the song Gray Skies Are Gonna Clear Up, Put on a Happy Face. There are these inner things that we do have to deal with, and they're fixable. And the whole purpose for us to go and deal with that heavy pit in our stomach is because that pit, that they're showing me pit, rock bottom, that is our springboard to whatever it is that you're meant to do. Don't compare yourself to other people ever. Admire, but don't compare. So the next one's coming out is the tribe card. We got the tribe card and no place like home. And actually, solitude. And so it is for you to know that this home feeling is wherever you go, right? You can go to the tribe and they feel like home, right? Whatever environment you're in, because the first one I picked up, they were using it for manipulative things, and that's not your tribe. The tribe feels good. The tribe is like, you got to go do your thing. We love you for that. All right, we'll be here when you get back. And then you get back and nothing has changed because no backstabbing and no gossip and any of that ever happened. But let's say something did happen while you were out on your adventure. Like, there is this place where you can always fix it and mend it. I'm not saying that when you're with your tribe, you'll never disagree and butt heads or see things differently. But here, they're following their purpose and they're working with you to help you do your purpose. Because deep down in your heart, like that's where home is. Home is where the heart is. So where is your heart? How is your heart feeling? Does it need a little bit of mending still? then now is the time to do the work. And the only way to do that work is to go into solitude. But if you are feeling called that, you know, I can't do this on my own, I need to go and find others who can help me on my journey, then go and visit them. But whatever it is, don't go in that energy of taking someone's belief, making it your own, without understanding why you should feel or think that way. Question everything, because it's your experiences. We can watch the same movie or watch the same reading and get two totally different insights out of it. But we need to stop, like the first reading I picked up on. They were becoming obsessive. They just didn't want to do the work. And that's a waste of time. So here, we're letting that go. We open our mind and connect to our higher selves, to our source. Because the messages that we get that way are so more profound than cards or divination or anything ever will tell you. Because that's just you living your authentic life. Things may come, things may go, but at the core of it all is you. You know, the tribe, you might find your tribe and then it might get taken away. And if it's taken away, would that destroy you? No, because you, and you know you can fix anything because you've built this connection. You know your purpose. You're grounded in your purpose. Why did we say person? They sent me to this card, focusing our time on others. I'm seeing someone where it said, you know, when you need help, you go out and get help from people. And then that person never going within, though, to do the soul work. It is that perfect balance. Because remember, it's you at the end. So you have to fix everything, that deep pit, and then you can go and help others. Oh, are we talking to a rescuer? Remember, guys, you have to fill your cup up and you have to let them fill their cup up. Hi, Cooper. Good day, good day. It's okay. So the next card out was fairy spotting. And it said, it's time to go fairy spotting. It said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. They're showing me when you admire someone, right? They did it. Rather than being jealous that you don't have it, now they've shown you that it can be done. And now you know even that you can create even more because the barrier has been pushed. The barrier has been pushed. That's what we're all doing. And that's the healthy cycle. Rather than being jealous and competitive, it's like, okay, I know that this is capable, but how farther can we go? And it's a co-creating with people. But I see it's two people not competing with each other. And then the next card was celebration. When you take out that competition and needing to be ahead of someone and that, you know, I just don't even want to talk too much of that old reading because once I let that kind of go and brought the new energy and with the imagine everyone doing, you know, exactly what they're called to do, learning from their own lessons, that life. And it said that seeing is believing. Yes, because when you had this happen and then this happened, this really cool thing happened. That will forever, that experience is for me, the thing that makes things so much easier to remember, because you have so many things happen every day, and you can easily forget them because they could easily get lost. You think you're going to remember this forever, but you don't. Cooper, you got to leave the plants alone every day, not just yesterday. Tomorrow too. Tomorrow too. And then we have the abundance card. It was in reverse. But you know what? I was like, this is such a positive reading. I kind of want to just take it and read it in the upright. But that's that kind of just trying to skip something. So let's look into that. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. So there might still be, you think you might be in this super positive, non-competitive space, but the more and more you stop relying on things around you to help you come up with the answer, and you just are the answer. Just connect to source, and it's like, should I do this? You're like, yes or no. I'm like, no. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna do it. Yes, do it. I'm like, all right, already been done kind of attitude. There is, whatever that stomach feeling is, whatever it is in the solar plexus that makes you feel like the I am kind of energy, that you feel not confident now, that I can't feeling. What is that? What, I don't know. I've been picking up on people and just so much in the stomach lately. And that's just not being confident. That's the, there's still something to work through. There's always will be something. Nope, they said not always. You're so close to the end of letting this go, but you have to face that fear, whatever that stomach feeling is. That's a little bit of mending left to do, because there is this super great, awesome abundance coming, but you can't just be like, it's here. No, there is a little bit more work. And it's that feeling of no place like home, and knowing that wherever your heart is, and the heart is with you, and you're always home, you're always safe. They really have to say that a lot in a lot of readings. I think a lot of big changes are coming or have happened for everyone. And so not feeling quite safe. But they always also bring it up with, there's a very fine line between nervous and excitement. So focus on the excitement. In the tribe card, he has his bags packed. Is he coming or is he going? Where is your home? There's no place like home. Well, that's with you. And you're allowed to go round and round and round, right? It's a cycle. Once you think you've dealt with this emotion, it might come up again. And you're like, dude, I really thought I dealt with that 10 times. And you did. But it's a different consciousness. It's now a different frequency. It's looking at it in a new way with knowledge that you also had, and now you fine tune it and tweak it. And so don't avoid those anymore. I know you. Okay. They're showing me these emotions, and you know how they say, like, when emotions come up, just to let them go. They're like, usually that is great advice, but this one that keeps being pushed down, when it comes up, it's actually going to be you can't avoid feeling this one. It's gonna come. They showed okay, so in the past it was viewed negative, but as you deal with it now, soon as you like look into it, you're gonna see it in such a different light that it's the biggest blessing. And I was showered with excitement and love. that whatever it is that you think is bad now actually is like the abundance. And because you've dealt with all the negative aspects of it over and over and over, this time as it comes up, it's actually exciting. You've never seen it this way before. And I feel really excited, and I feel the love in my heart, and that's the celebration. That's the coming together. Because you were always meant to do this. You've always been on your path. And so whatever it is that you've been denying and denying and denying within you, your thoughts and feelings, it's actually going to bring you the most love. I see overflowing cups, not a full cup over. I got freaking mad goosebumps over just my solar plexus. I felt it in my solar plexus. It made a big heart. It went right in from the solar plexus. Yeah. So to wrap this all up, they're saying at the beginning, when you're trying to avoid things and, you think that this feeling's bad, I see someone maybe not trusting themselves and getting, just into energies that makes them stuck in a jealous or shame or just an emotion that we're here to let go. And we're not here to let it go. We're not letting it go, they said. We're raising the frequency of it because that is valid and it is a part of you. And in fact, it's such a beautiful part of you that these emotions that you've attached to it just aren't true. But it took you almost a lifetime to finally bring it up to the heart. It used to be a pit in your stomach, but now it's a glow in your heart. Yep. So at the beginning of the story and the previous readings that we're not going to share, but we're going to learn the lessons from it. Don't be dependent on things. The best way to go is connect to your heart, connect to your higher self, connect to source. Be open, clear mind. That's where you see the images and the everything. That's when you know when to take a step forward or to take a step back. That's where plans come together effortlessly with less struggle. That's where you can now not competitively work against others, but co-create to always raising. And so from that will be, don't avoid it. Whatever it is that is coming up this time is the gift. It's what you've been searching for and you've had it all along. And that's really cool. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.